So, we finished Dark Souls 3 a few months ago, and have moved well onto our next FromSoftware game. But something was missing. Something really big. As some of you know, I never released a video of me finishing the Ringed City DLC. This is mainly because I lost the footage from there, in other words, Bass being a big dummy head. But that's okay because now I have something arguably more fun to watch than my first reaction to the bosses in this DLC. I will be running back there on New Game Plus. Yep, I might be a little out of my depth here, but that's okay. All the more fun to watch, right? Okay, so on making the decision to plunge myself into New Game Plus, I confidently walk up to the Firelink Shrine bonfire to begin my new journey. I guess just begin Journey 2, New Game Plus. Let's do the thing. But since I'm a complete Giga Chad and now an honorary Dark Souls pro, I steamrolled through Vort of the Boreal Valley, kicked the rotten Great Woods roots out, and made it to the Road of Sacrifices fairly easily. I said hi to our wife from another life, and complimented the mute on his smile. After struggling with the Wicked Witch of the West, we made our way to the Cathedral of the Deep, where our favorite uncle was waiting for a poor sap to teleport. I be it me. I'm the poor sap. I know what you are. After being sucked into a piece of shredded canvas, I found myself back in the first DLC of this game, The Ashes of Ariandel, where I happily pranced through, ending Sister Freed in one go, with the help of Uncle Gale. I was surprised too. After defeating my favorite sister, we are then met with a second bonfire, which transported me to the next and final DLC. Now, if any of you have watched my previous video on the Dark Souls 3 DLCs... Oh my god. I'm in the ashes, I'm fine, oh god, okay. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. You would know that the only boss that I got to fight were the Demon Princes. And in this New Game Plus run, well, let's just say I sent them back to hell rather quickly. As most of you know, after this point, you are greeted with these lovely creatures, the Dark Souls version of Lift, where they dropped us into, pause for dramatic effect, the Ringed City. Yeah, we made it. And from this point, everything is new to you guys, at least from my point of view. But since I'm reading you a story, let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? Throughout this DLC, we are met with a new NPC named Lap, and I had an interaction with him multiple times up until this point. And the entire time, he was lost in his mind. He didn't know who he was and where he was from, so he was searching for that answer in the very same place we were headed. I would run into him again at the Ringed Inner Wall bonfire, where he gazes off a balcony nearby, and we end up cheersing to friendship. Something very reminiscent to Onion Bro. R.I.P. my boy. Lap also told us about something called a purging monument that could reverse his amnesia, but finding it would be the tricky part. After our interaction with him, we would fight our way down to get to the lower streets of this once great kingdom, where we would chat with a lady behind a door. She would tell us about her lady, Filianor, and how we shouldn't wake her up, and I would lie and say that I wouldn't, stuff like that. I found our buddy Lap again in total disarray and defeated due to the fact that he could not find the location of his purging monument. Good news to him, I found it and told him where it was.
Boy.
Reinvigorated, Lap expressed his excitement and told us he would be trotting over to the monument momentarily. I'm sure that won't come back to bite us. Next, we would go on to dispose of most enemies in the swampy area here. Yeah, even that guy. Everything was going great until the Fire Nation attacked. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, that's... okay. A dragon came to say hi. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I give you one of the hardest bosses in the Dark Souls trilogy, Dark Eater Midir. But we would have to deal with more of his shenanigans before we actually got to have a one-on-one with him. So back to him later. Shortly after this point, I would be hit with the next highlight of this DLC for me, and it was quite a reveal. And I know some of you vets already knew our old cue ball Patches was Lap the whole time. Now, if you watched my episode on when we first took on the DLCs, you would remember that I caught on to this pretty early. Let's be honest, the voice actor for Patches is pretty recognizable.
Every age, it seems, is tainted by the greed of men. Rubbish to one such as I, devoid of all worldly wants. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way we are. I'll stick you in my prayers. A fine dark soul to you.
Anyway, after making it back up to where we were pushed off, a nice set of lap armor would be waiting for us. And well, that's the last we would see of Patches, for now.
Brother,
Next on the agenda, fighting an overpowered dragon on a higher difficulty. I'll let that speak for itself. Yeah, you gotta kill him on the bridge before actually fighting him in his arena.
Of course you do.
Alright, my dear. It's time to kill you on camera this time. Let's see if I can remember his attacks. I probably don't. Whoa! Whoa! He likes to charge like that. And now... what are you doing? Oh god! What? About the charging. You get behind his tail here. You should be able to hit him in the tail. Just like that. But he goes in for a swipe. Whoa! Hit him in the ankle if I can. No. Head to the back. Head to the back. Hit him in the tail. I missed it. The hammer is a little slow to swipe. Where is he? Where is he? I can't lock onto him. Woo! So Madeir is weak to lightning damage and dark damage, I believe, but I don't really have any of... wait a minute! I don't really have any of those weapons leveled up enough yet, so if we die to him this time, I may go level one of those up.
A few moments later.
No! He's up in the end. I'm dead. Oh, crap. Oh my god. Awesome, I rolled into that one. This is... I'm out of sync. I'm out of rhythm. This isn't gonna be easy. I went right into that one. One more ought to do it. One more to the face. How about that, my dear? Oh, I missed. All right, maybe to the ankle then? If you'd be okay with that. Can I hit you in the ankle and kill you? All right, good night. Oh my gosh. All right. Freaking 4 tries, but we did it on New Game Plus, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it here first. Yeah, it definitely took me more tries to bring this guy down compared to our first time. But a win is a win, and that one's for the books. Shortly after defeating Madeir, I would end Dumbledore and a wannabe invader. And then it was on to climbing the Ivory Tower and meeting Filianor. But not before going back down to the lower streets and telling her follower, I'm definitely not gonna wake her up. And then I do just that.
Hi there.
Yep, things are very different now. Were we back in time? Were we in a different dimension? Did I forget to turn off the stove? All relevant questions circulating through my head at this point. Anyways, the final boss was up ahead. And once again, well, I'll let this speak for itself.
Filianor, help me, please. The Red Hood is come to eat us.
Yeah, Gale got the freaking munchies or something. I'm fairly certain a number of you guys explained to me why Gale is the way that he is up here, but for those of you that wish to explain in the comments, please go right ahead. I will happily read the lore again. All right, here we go. Here we go. The final boss of Dark Souls 3. He just mutilated all of these dudes, man. Like, Gale, what happened, brother? What happened to you? What happened? Your niece would not like what you have become.
What? Still here? Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul.
Hey, he said it. He said the title. Oh, he just threw a corpse at me. Okay, Gale. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can remember how to fight you, sir. Now, I know this guy is weak to poison and striking, but I have no more poison stuff. And I just wanted to try out the samurai swords a little bit. Ow! I am failing. This is his easiest stage, too, by the way. Like, it's not even bad yet. And I'm failing so bad. Whoa! Oh! Yeah, I'm not doing much of anything to this guy with the samurai sword. I just wanted to try it, you know? I just wanted to try it. Ow! Haha! I stopped you. Yeah, I'm not doing enough damage with this thing. Right now, we're just getting used to his attacks again, I guess. How about this? How about you kill me really quick? Because I'd like to start over with a different weapon. And more flasks. Oh, well, I got him to phase 2. Okay. And now, it gets real. Really bad. Really, really bad.
Is this the blood?
Yeah, it's your blood. It's yours.
The blood of the dark soul.
Yeah. Here we go. Amping up, amping up. All right, buddy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You're standing up this time. 2 legs. Yeah, and I'm out of flasks. You can end me if you'd like. I'd be okay with it. Yeah. Let's get our other weapon out. Old Fumey. All right, there he is, galloping this way. What do you say, dude? Are you ready to get, like, beaten for the second time? Huh? Oh! This time in front of an audience? Whoa! Yeah, I really wish I had some poison. Last time I beat him with some poison. Yeah, see, he's weak to striking like that. He does stagger. Oh my god. Until he goes in a freaking frenzy like that. There we go, got him in the second phase. Alright, here we go. Come back up with me. I fought you better up here. Oh god, he shoots freaking arrows. I forgot about that. Can also use this thing, I suppose, to like block some arrows, maybe. Feel like a big man with that crossbow. Ow! That crossbow and cape, do ya? Oh my god. Oh, what you doing? You blowing up? Okay. Yeah, he does that. He freaking splooges. Whoa! And he gets more wild. Oh, and he does this lightning thing. That's right. Oh, God. Ah, God, you suck. Ugh. Your stupid wingspan. Okay, yeah, I remember now why this was so hard. It's this third phase he does that's ridiculous. That's right. Okay, what is that? What is that? this game, man. I don't know. I don't know. Whoa, whoa. There we go, finally. Holy mackerel. Oh, don't you kill me yet. Oh my god. We freaking did it, dudes. We freaking beat it. We beat Slave Knight Gale. Look how many souls we got. Holy macaroni. I think I only died, like, you know, maybe 6 times to that guy. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely more than when we fought him the first time. Not a New Game Plus. I think we beat him in three tries the first time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the DLC. And that's that. Alright, folks, I'm going to go a little on and off script here. But, yeah. Dark Souls, everybody. It has been quite the ride, and some of you guys, y'all have been here with me from the beginning of our journey. And that's kind of why this channel took off. So Dark Souls, the trilogy, FromSoftware, it's really going to hold a special place in my heart from, you know, a content creator perspective. You know, like, this is going to be a game that I come back to years to come from now, I'm sure. Maybe even once a year, who knows, we might make it a thing. But I truly enjoyed all 3 of these games in different ways. The first one, you know, it's what everybody loves. It's the first one, you know, the first Dark Souls holds a special place on the pedestal there. You know, nostalgia-wise, too, I can see that a lot of you guys really liked it for that reason. And obviously, seeing me react to everything for the first time probably sparked some life in you, some nostalgia in you, which I think has just been the goal of this channel so far. I just want to play games that maybe I haven't played before, or I haven't played a lot of before, and if there's some way that I can spark some nostalgia in people and it's entertaining and some people find it funny or enjoyable, then that's why I'm going to keep doing this. Dark Souls 2 was interesting in its own way. I gotta say, though, I think it's the lowest on favorites for me. There's a lot of things I liked about it. You know, a lot of things that they were trying to do with that game. I just think, I don't know. It just something was off about it. I'm not sure. But I will say, I think out of all 3, Dark Souls 3, I'm saying a lot of 3s, is probably my favorite one. And I'm not saying that because it's the newest of the 3 and it's like graphically it's amazing or whatever, but no, it's played a lot smoother, you know, whereas the first one, you know, you could feel kind of clunky with the movement and it was a little slower paced. I feel like they're starting to amp up the ante with Dark Souls 3. You know, I can kind of see where Bloodborne gets its chops from. I'm pretty sure Bloodborne came out a little bit before Dark Souls 3 came out, so they were playing around with faster combat and all that stuff, kind of preparing for Elden Ring that would be coming much later on. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 is one of those that I would happily come back to for more New Game Plus events, and I'm probably gonna finish off the main story again on New Game Plus while we're here anyway. We just did the DLC, we did the hardest stuff. I mean, going back through the main campaign shouldn't be nothing but a thing, you know? But yeah, I really enjoyed this campaign. All the characters, the NPCs, there's so many quests in this game. So many that it was really hard for me to keep track of, but we did our best. And, you know, I was able to actually start over my save. If you'd watched my playlist on this game, we restarted and we fixed a lot of things that we got wrong the first time, but I really like that aspect. And obviously one of these days I'm going to have to watch some lore videos on all 3 of these games. But anyway, that's enough jimmer jammer for me. I'm not a super technical break it down kind of person. I'd like to be one day, you know, I'd like to evolve into something like that. But for now, I'm just a dude that plays games, and if you like watching and you're still here, please hit the like button. And if you like this stuff, man, just hit the subscribe button. Come hang out with the Bass family. I appreciate you a ton. Without further ado, folks, peace out.
Controller in hand, he's leading the way, streaming his journey night or day. Level up, power through, never afraid. This is the legend that he's made. BassPlays, gaming's in his soul.